Hey folks, welcome. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. How you doing today? Curt Jones is here. By the way, we're on that camera with the little blue circle.
Okay.
Curt Jones is here, the head coach of the South Central Baseball Cougars, the state champion South Central Cougars. Does anybody introduce you as that, or does that make your day when you hear that?
I guess you should be pretty proud if you win a state championship, but I don't really get introduced in that way too much, but.
Well, welcome, state champion.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Curt's here. We're going to talk about last year's South Central Cougars team, as well as take a look at this year's team. They're going to begin fall baseball here in about 2 weeks, and we'll talk about that with Curt, along with all kinds of other things. But first of all, ladies and gentlemen, let's tell you a little bit about what's going on in and around Southern Illinois and around the area here on this Monday, August 9th. Not too many community events to tell you about, with the Marion County Fair ending over the weekend, as well as the Effingham County Fair ending over the weekend. I'm not sure when's Fayette County. When do you know when? Have they already had it?
It should be coming up.
I would think it'd be coming up pretty soon.
Yeah.
Where do they do that?
I think it's in Brownstown, but I'm not positive.
I'm not sure either. That's something I probably should have looked up before I asked you.
I think that's where it's at.
Well, there's all kinds. This is fair season, so there'll be all kinds of fairs coming up, even though probably more than half of them have been completed. But the one item I do have, folks, for today, down in Mill Shoals, as a matter of fact, the Mill Shoals Ruritan Community Breakfast. They do this on the second Monday of every month, and that'll be at 9 o'clock, at 8:30 this morning down there at the Mill Shoals Ruritan building. Menu is going to be scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage, hash brown, biscuits, and gravy, and a drink. Just donate whatever you feel for the breakfast down there. It's good food, so you'll want to donate a ton. Help them out down there at the Mill Shoals Ruritans. Also, what is going on today? This is Monday, August 9th. That makes this National Rice Pudding Day. National Rice Pudding Day. There's kind of some clinkers of national days today, Curt. I'm sorry about that. But August 9th, this is for folks who they can just enjoy their favorite dish of rice pudding. You can have there are a variety of recipes for rice pudding, and all of them, of course, include cooked rice as the base ingredient, but you can add all kinds of other things: spices, nutmeg, cardamom, allspice, cayenne, maybe even, to make to help with your spices or your pudding. Dating back to the Tudor period, the earliest rice pudding recipes were called white pot. One of the first known methods was written down by Gervase Markham back in 1615. This National Rice Pudding Day harnesses all the excitement for rice, but I got to tell you one thing. I don't think I've ever even had a bite of rice pudding in my life. Have you?
I have. My mother used to fix it for me all the time, and I actually like rice pudding. I haven't had it for years, but yeah, I do.
Well, this is your day.
All right.
This is your day. Enjoy. Go out and find some rice pudding. I have never had. It has just never really been appealing looking to me. So maybe that's just it. It doesn't look good. What else is going on today, folks? This is National Book Lovers Day. August 9th, this harnesses all the excitement that bibliophiles feel about books into just one celebration. It's a day for all the folks who love to read. Go to your library and maybe get a chance to find yourself a new book. National Book Lovers Day encourages you to find your favorite reading place and a good book, whether it be fiction, nonfiction, and read the day away. Some things you might not know about books. The very first books used parchment or vellum. Vellum is calfskin for the book pages, so that'd be a long time ago. The book covers were made of wood and often covered with leather. Cases or clasps or straps kept the books closed. Public libraries began to appear in the world back in the Middle Ages, and public libraries often chained the books to a shelf or to a desk to prevent them from being stolen. So this is National Book Lovers Day. What's the last book that you've read? Do you recall the last book you've read?
I'm not really a book reader.
You're not really
I
a
read
book reader?
sports stuff, publications, but I'm not really sitting down and
Do you
reading a book.
do you still do any training for? I mean, do you read like different coaching stuff still?
Yeah, some.
I mean, you've been coaching for 25 years or whatever.
Yeah, I've read a lot of stuff. I watch a lot of video and
You gonna
training videos and things.
You gonna write the book sometime on it?
I'm not planning on it. Well, I mean, I don't know. It could be worth a lot of money. Somebody makes money writing books. I don't
Somebody
know.
making money.
They might not buy my book.
Well, now you got a point. You never know. They may not.
No.
Also, August 9th, ladies and gentlemen, this is National Veep Day. National Veep Day recognizes the succession plan of the President of the United States. I guess you got to give him a day at some point. The day also acknowledges the one president who was neither elected nor vice president or president. And that was Gerald Ford. It was back on August 9th, 1974, that Gerald Ford became president upon the resignation of Richard Nixon. And I got to thinking, I was filling this thing out, and I saw a quiz. I could probably name every president, all 46 now. I mean, I could probably name them in order. Boom, I could go down the line, easy. And I got thinking, can I do that for vice presidents? I have no. So I started writing them down. I got to 27. That's just terrible. Out of 49.
So that's way more than I got. I couldn't do the presidents, not all of them.
Well, and I see you could probably do most of them, like the 20th and 21st century, that kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe the one.
Well, you weren't a history teacher.
No, I wasn't.
What'd you teach when you were still teaching?
I taught the industrial arts, like shop.
You're not
classes.
Required at that point to. You're basically trying to tell kids not to drill the holes in their hands with
Right.
with the drill press, as opposed to.
I was math and science. I didn't like English or
I don't-
history. I was not a reading buff, so
I
that's
don't,
kind of my downfall, I guess.
I don't blame you a bit. No, that's not your downfall. That's your skill.
I guess.
See, because I couldn't make one of those. What'd you have the kids make in shop?
Oh, I taught a lot of different areas.
See, they
Wood
tried.
shop was, one that we did. Kids made whatever they wanted.
They tried to have us make. See, I think I had to make a letter opener, a bookends, and a shovel. They were all three just terrible. and you present these to your parents after you've made them. Oh, Mom, you can use this. You can use this fireplace shovel. Heck, we had a fire burning for years and years and years, and then you try to find a. And how about this fancy bookcase? How about we put that in your room?
Exactly. That's what a lot of the kids' projects look like. They're going to hide them somewhere.
That's exactly right. They got to be hidden somewhere. What's on television today, folks? What do you want to see on Wabash? We do have some baseball going on here tonight. It'll be the Milwaukee Brewers at the Chicago Cubs. Milwaukee hadn't figured out their pitchers yet. The Cubs are going to have Alec Mills going. That's tonight at 7:05 on Marquee Network, Channel 597. The White Sox will be at the Twins. That's on ESPN, as well as NBC Sports Chicago, Channel 643. Lucas Giolito versus Charlie Barnes. And finally, on Major League Baseball Network at 9:10 tonight, the Miami Marlins are in San Diego taking on the Padres. It'll be Zach Thompson versus to be determined. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today is Curt Jones. We are going to talk all kinds of baseball today, and we'll be right back after these words. Do please stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today is Curt Jones, the South Central High School head coach, and it seems, Curt, like you were just here, or at least your baseball season ended just yesterday. When did your baseball season end?
Well, we finished up on the 17th at the state tournament, and that's usually about 3 weeks later than when we normally stop. So starting practice on Monday, and it seemed like a pretty quick turnaround.
Do the kids, I guess the kids really don't mind having played deep into June since you keep winning, right? Since you kept winning.
Well, yeah, and the weather's really nice, and in June, and the season started much later. Usually when our season starts in
March.
Yeah, like late March, and it's horrible weather then generally around
Yeah.
here. So starting later, that part, the weather was really good, and it was really nice all the way through. So yeah, that wasn't bad.
Well, I'm kind of soft pedaling it here. They won the state championship. The South Central, the Class 1A state championship. Congratulations. I was surprised looking back. I did not realize that South Central had never played in the Final Four level. What's the closest you had come?
We had been in the super sectional twice. We'd been in the sectional championship, I don't know how many times, and lost.
Yeah.
3 years in a row at one point. In the early 2000s, before they even had a super sectional, had 3 games in a regional, so we were 1 game away in the year 2000.
Yeah.
So if we'd have won that last game, the sectional championship, we'd have been
Heading
in the
up.
Final Four. But just missed. Had a lot of close misses.
This team that won the championship, is this probably, it's difficult to judge one team versus another, but you think this is maybe the best team you ever coached?
I mean, it's probably close, but I think in the early 2000s, I had some really, really good teams in too, but that was 2 classes.
Yeah.
It was much harder to advance. You generally get out of a regional and you're playing bigger schools. I mean, they're going to advance, and that's generally who would knock us out. So you're playing schools more your size now, which maybe it's more fair, but I remember telling somebody, I said, I don't care how many classes there are. It could be 10. Doesn't matter. Whichever one you're in, that's the one you want to win.
That's the one you got to keep winning.
Yeah. So.
Did you get a chance to stick around and watch the Class 2A, 3A, and 4A? I guess it was a long weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah. Ours was on Thursday. The 2A came back on Friday. I think maybe 3A was playing possibly in Peoria. So we didn't. Just the 1A was there. It was all one day, and none of the other classes were there.
So you didn't even see Freeburg play or anything like that?
They were played behind us at the Super Sectional, but our game was ridiculously 3.5 hours long or whatever that was. So we were ready to get out of there.
We're going to get to your Super. We're going to get to the Golconda game, right? Or, was it Golconda that you beat the Super Sectional?
No.
Brain cramp. Goreville.
Yeah.
Starts with Geo. Yeah. That's what my brain cramp was. Yeah, that game forced the that forced the second game to start probably an hour and a half late, 2 hours late.
Oh yeah, there was a huge crowd there by the time our game was over because all the other teams was expecting everything to be on time. So they're all there, and now they're choosing sides who they want to win, and
everybody's picking out who they want to root for.
Yeah, and I think maybe those teams were just rooting for us to get over with, so they could play. But there was some cheering going on by both their crowds too. So
I tell you what, that's fun. We may as well get into it. The spring season, you kind of presumed you were going to play. You weren't like football and volleyball and basketball that figured you were out of it, were you? Or did you ever at any point over the course of the school year think that maybe we don't get the season in, being an outside sport?
Not really, but it's so unpredictable. You don't know what the health department's going to do and what the governor's going to do, and then we don't. That was kind of up in the air, but they'd kind of told us all along that there was a really good chance that it was going to happen. Wasn't always sure of the timeline of it, but
yeah.
So it worked out. I mean, we got to play a full season. I mean, not a full season like we're used to, but it was a couple of weeks shy of what our normal season might be.
Now fall baseball is coming up. How about, do you think, does it give teams like in the National Trail and I guess in the Midland Trail, do you think those teams maybe get give themselves a step up over teams that don't play fall baseball when it comes to spring baseball and playing into the postseason? But do you think it gives you an advantage? I mean, not unfair. I'm not saying unfair,
right?
But I'm saying it maybe just a little bit better for you.
Maybe initially in the spring season for teams that don't have fall baseball, it takes them possibly a little longer to figure out what they got, what lineups direction we're going to go, experimenting with lineups, and we get all that in the fall. So really going into the spring, we're pretty much have a pretty good idea where we're at and what we're going to do. But by the end of this, when you get into May, everybody has played enough and everybody catches up, and I don't think it's a big difference in.
It really by then any advantage that you would have would be gone, huh?
I mean, I would think so, yeah.
That makes sense. And I got to tell you, other than losing some days in June, I kind of enjoyed playing in June as opposed to having the season end in May. Would you be averse to the IHSA backing the schedule up by choice as opposed to by necessity at some point?
I would love that because I hate cold weather, and the older I get, the colder it seems to get. That's just me, but I've really enjoyed the warmer weather this year, and the rain is always a problem, but the cold temperatures as far as practicing outside in March and starting your games in March, and we've played with snow flying and everything else, and that's not really a lot of fun. I don't tell my players that because it's baseball weather every day.
Every day is baseball weather.
So I mean,
oh, that's exactly right. Well, I just wondered. I didn't know how much. How much that would have that would if you'd be for that, because you have people who play on traveling teams and stuff like that who might have an issue, but
I think that probably would be an issue with some of the bigger schools and more high-profile type players. But for us, in our situation, I would love to do that.
Well, that's, you're a state champion now. Your voice might carry a little bit more weight up in the IHSA.
I doubt it.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
I'll get Matt Troha on the phone and see what we can do about that.
Yeah, we'll talk to him and see what happens.
Yeah, there we go. Let's take a quick break. We're going to talk about last season. I want the breakdown. We had you guys like on television last year, probably half a dozen times, I suspect, and we got to see a lot of South Central. But I want to. We did not get to see the game at the end of the games at the end of the year. And I want to hear about those. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Talk with Curt Jones. We'll be back in just a second. Stick around.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Scheid Diesel Service Company is your anything diesel full service center and fuel injection shop. Scheid Diesel offers the quickest turnaround times to get you back on the road. Scheid Diesel can service any diesel engine from agricultural, construction, heavy-duty truck, and automotive. Let Scheid rebuild your pump, injectors, or turbos. Need custom fuel lines? Scheid has you covered. With a drive-in service, they offer a variety of services, including oil changes, engine rebuilds, DOT inspections, and DPF cleanings. For unmatched quality, think Scheid Diesel Service Company. Anything diesel. Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get ahead of the game at Carter Athletic Academy, where the goal is to transform you into the best young athlete you can be. Train for top performance in football, volleyball, soccer, baseball, and softball. Professional private lessons and clinics are always available with Carter Athletic Academy's expert training staff. Carter's exclusive Hit Track system brings skill development as well as exciting gameplay to batting cages. Plus, the Academy is the perfect spot for your special event or celebration. The Carter Athletic Academy in Fairfield. Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Curt Jones is here. He is the head coach of the South Central Cougars baseball squad. And they just completed a 26-3 season, concluding with a state championship up there in Normal at ISU. Okay, give me your impressions. Had you been to the state championship to watch before? Because we just said a little bit ago, South Central had not gone. You hadn't taken a team up. Had you gone up there to watch them play?
I used to go when the state tournament was in Springfield, and I would go up. They moved it to Peoria several years ago, and I never made that trip to watch games. But I did go pretty often when it was at Springfield, and had some really good teams back in that area. We even went up and played on a Saturday at the stadium where they had the state tournament. showcase type thing, and with the hopes that you might get there someday. You know, we've already played here, so it's not that big a deal, and that was kind of the thought process then. But after they moved it, I didn't really make that trip.
So what were your impressions of Redbird Field?
Nice fields. They're big, a lot bigger than what we normally play on.
Oh, really?
All turf, AstroTurf. So, I mean, our kids had, because of travel ball, have played on turf more than once, you know, several times over the years. So that wasn't a new experience to them. But when we played down at Carbondale and Super Sectional, it was all turf. A little bit different.
Itchy Jones Field down there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, those are nice places to play. It's just a lot of outfield to cover compared to what you're used to.
Yeah, I was going to say you're at Lions Field over in Kinmundy. You're looking at what, 360 to deep center and
Right.
and
300 down the lines.
300 down the lines. What are you looking at SIU or at ISU?
Well, they're more like a major league field. They're probably
400?
330 down the lines and 375 or so in the alleys and 400 plus sometimes in center field. So yeah, it's
Let's talk about the postseason. They started out, I guess, it ended up being a South Central regional. You guys were the top seed in your regional, and you had some tough games getting through the regional and sectionals, didn't you?
oh, absolutely our very first game. You know,
Was that North Clay?
No, that was we played Red Hill
Yeah.
at home, and you know they had not won a lot of games, had not played a lot of games. We were supposed to win. They had a really good pitcher, and he shut us down for several innings. They had a 3-run homer. This kid hit a 3-run homer in the first inning. Leadoff guy hit a home run. We're down 4-0. Oh my gosh! You know, and then like I've said many times, this postseason is super emotional.
Yeah.
And the teams that generally get the lead, you know, you got the pressures on the other team.
Especially with just 7 innings as opposed to 9.
Yeah.
The end comes quickly.
Yeah, it does. And it's not like a regular season. It's definitely a little more, you know, you're one and done. If
Yeah.
you lose, you're out. And
Do the kids, it's basically every game is, you know, keep winning or you're out, keep winning or you're out. Does the pressure stay the same? You would think the pressure might stay the same as even as you get deeper into the postseason, because it's the same every game. I mean, if you lose, you're done. It doesn't matter who you lose to and where you are when you lose.
yeah, I don't know. With our kids this year, I mean, my whole speech the whole time through the entire season is if we do make a run at the end, you know, each game is definitely pressurized, but as we continue, the next game's not more pressure than the one you're in, because if you lose, you're done.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
So, yeah, 'cause it's kind of like you said. So, I mean, even going up to the state tournament, it was,
Another
to me,
day.
it was, and I've said many times, to me, the hard part was getting to the state tournament.
Really.
So once we were there, it was just like, let's just relax and have some fun.
Who'd you play in the sectional?
We went to not Mount Pulaski. We went to Oka Valley
Yeah.
up in Bethany and played up there. Super nice field. It was all turf. They spent, I don't know, a few million.
Yeah, that's
on a
going
high
to
school
be, that's
field.
pricey.
It was nice. And then we played North Clay in the sectional championship. That was a 1-0 game. That was pressure packed, you know, and playing on their home field.
Yeah, that was here at Louisville. I think
Yeah.
we had that. We had that one
May
on
have had that
television.
one. Yeah, probably did.
So you're going through these pressure-packed, relatively low-scoring games for all the way through the regionals and the sectionals. Then you get down to Carbondale, and you're playing on a larger field, so you think that's going to maybe cut down a little bit on scoring, possibly. But you know your outfielders have to run more. But tell me about the Goreville game and how it progressed through. Because, ladies and gentlemen, you end up winning in 9 innings?
Yes.
15-14. And had to be one of the wildest ball games that you've seen or participated in a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially in that situation, you know, the winner goes to the state tournament. So
Yeah, losers out.
losers out. So, I mean,
And you're coming in at 23-3, and they're coming in at like 30-1 or something.
yeah, they had done well.
Yeah,
too.
they were having a good year.
And they play there all the time, so it's like their home field. And they've had a lot of success there in the past with their high school teams as far as being in that super sectional game, playing on that field. So
Well, they played it. I mean, they'd gone to state
Yes.
from there several times.
yeah, they did.
So how to start? And you had who'd you have pitching?
I had Aiden Dotson pitching because Chase had pitched here at Louisville in the championship game, so he wasn't eligible. You know, the pitch count rules that we have to follow, so he wasn't eligible. And Aiden pitched, just cruising right through. We ended up with a 9-0 lead.
Yeah, you had did they have pitching issues too? They weren't able to use their number one guy.
Right, they used him to get there.
Yeah.
So we seen probably I would assume their number 2.
Yeah.
Is what I was told. Young kid, freshman or sophomore, but he threw decent. But we got that big lead in because of the pitch count. You can, Aiden was at 60 pitches after 4 innings. We had 9-0.
So you're thinking, hey, this is fun. We're having a good time. It's a cakewalk.
Well, I mean,
maybe not cakewalk.
No, but it looked like we were probably going to 10 run him. So I pulled him out. Yeah, I felt good about it. And I pulled him out as a starter, and I thought he's right at the maximum pitches. Well, I can use him Thursday. We're going to win this game. Now I got him available for Thursday and his brother.
Yeah.
And then the guys that I brought in to pitch was just walking people, hitting people. They had some balls in the gap that rolled to the wall and cleared the bases, and it was just a gradual, here they come, here they come, here they come.
I was listening and paying attention to this too, because I knew you were up. I was thinking this game's over. Now I can say he can't say that. I was thinking this game's over, and you guys are going to be easy trip up north. They went ahead 12-9 or something like that.
We were up 12-9.
You were up 12-9.
And
they came back to tie it to send it to extra.
We were up 12-8 in the top of the 7th. We just needed 3 outs, and they scored 6 times to take the lead.
That's right.
14-12 or whatever it was. So we batted in the bottom of the 9th, down 2 runs, and somehow managed to tie it. And then we went a couple extra innings, and we got the bases loaded in the bottom of the 9th, and it was a bases loaded walk. And generally, that's not how you want to win games.
You'll take it then.
At that point, we're all as happy as we can be. So.
How many pitchers did you end up using up? Because you could have brought Aiden back in.
I did.
Yeah.
Actually brought him back in, and I used him to the maximum number of pitches. And then he got the extra innings. He was done. So he was shot for Thursday, done for that game.
So you didn't get it, and you had 2 games on Thursday. Right. If you had won, if you won on Monday, you were playing 2 on Thursday either way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Who else pitched in that game?
Well, Johannes was the first one I brought in.
Yeah.
And he struggled with control issues. I brought who else? I don't remember it was a.
This was just
I think Jolliffe came in and threw some.
It was just a procession, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, because we couldn't find anybody to throw strikes.
Yeah.
And then I brought Dotson back in when it got
tight.
It was getting tight. It wasn't a 1-run game when I brought him back, but I brought him back after they'd scored 4 or 5 runs. And then he struggled a little bit, and they hit him around a little bit, which they hadn't done previously in that game. And then he ran out of pitches, and I brought in Brant Heaston, who just started pitching. He's an outfielder.
Yeah.
He throws strikes, but he's not super nasty, but he does throw strikes. He wasn't walking people.
Well, I see now that's
people, so
that's good.
They hit him around a little bit.
Did you? I mean, it was the way that the way that your Cougars played all season long. You could hit the ball. Did you ever? Well, I mean, I guess going down 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning, you must have felt, we're done. Did they ever enter the kids' mind that they were done, or did they keep a focus? Hey, we've still got this.
No, I don't think they were. We had the top of the lineup coming up, and they had been pretty hot.
Yeah.
Previously, and in that game as well. So we still felt like we had a chance with those guys coming up, and we did happen to get a couple runners on, and. Oh man, Bo came up. He's a pull hitter.
Yeah,
time.
Deadbolt.
He hit a 2-run homer over that fence down there, about 375 or 80 foot. The inning before the bottom of the 7th, that was a 6th. So he comes up with 2 outs and Chase Dotson on second. We need 1 run to score, and they flip him a couple curveballs. He takes one, swings and misses. And I thought, oh, man.
Here we go.
Here we go. We're going to get beat by one. And he flips a little fastball down the left field line, and it's fair by about.
He went opposite field?
He went opposite field over the third baseman's head, and it hit barely fair to tie the game. And
yeah.
So that's. He doesn't like it when I say he can't do that, but generally he can't do that.
But he did.
What he did in that situation. That's probably the biggest hit for us as a season, as far as us advancing. That was a huge, huge hit.
Well, I tell you what, let's take a quick break and we'll come back. I've got the picture of the team, and we'll talk about the state championship. Back right after this on Big Talk with Curt Jones, the head coach of the South Central Cougars. Back in a sec. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Welcome back, folks. Big Talk to Bruce Dickey. I've got Curt Jones here of the South Central Cougars, head coach of South Central Cougars. I got to ask you, Curt, now that since you win 15-14 in 9 innings on Monday, does that make Thursday's 2 games just about as easy as pie?
No, not at all. At that point, you really don't know a whole lot about your competition. You make phone calls, and and I'm old as I am, I know lots of people, I guess. And so I called around and got some info.
You played Mount Pulaski on the first game.
Right.
And how'd that game go?
We jumped out to a pretty good lead. Chase pitched pretty well.
Yeah.
He had 1 inning that he struggled a little, but he threw well, and they didn't hit him much, and they had a few errors here and there. Their defense hurt them a little bit, and we got several hits. So, again, we had a big, pretty big lead. Wasn't a 10-run lead at that point, but I took Chase out.
Yeah.
He still had 21 pitches left on his pitch count to save him, and then kind of started again, and a couple of guys I brought in were walking people, and then they got a couple hits, and I thought, here we go again.
That's but it didn't. I mean, it didn't get as.
No, it didn't get to that point.
Didn't get as wild as Monday. Which left you going into Thursday night's state championship game. You went the left-hander, right? Didn't you go?
We did. Spencer Johannes, and he came here last fall. He moved in here from Centralia, pitched for us. He was 6-0 in the fall. I mean, he was just a strike-throwing machine. He was for majority of our spring season, and then he hit this brick wall where he could not throw strikes at all. So we were kind of using him sparingly. And the super sectional game, he couldn't find the plate at all, So but he's all we got left.
You must have been worried. You must have been worried to death about that championship.
Well, I
game.
mean, we were just glad to be in it, of course. But we thought, if we get the Spencer that throws like we know he can, then I feel pretty good about it. But we didn't know because had struggled, and he came out and struck out the first 3 guys of the game. And this is like strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. And it's like, oh man, here we go. This is our guy.
That must have been a great confidence booster, not only for him,
the whole
but
team.
for the rest of the team, right?
Absolutely. I mean, they all come running in, and I've said this many times. I said you could just see the look on their faces, him included, is like, here we go. Now we got a game. So.
This was against Father McGivney, by the way, in the championship game. He pitched a whale of a baseball game. Ran out of pitches, right?
Well, no, he didn't. Actually, he didn't run out of pitches. He ended up with 99, and you can have pitched up to 115. But that 7th inning,
you had a 4-1 lead going into the 7th.
4-1 lead going in, and he had just pitched so well. Hadn't maybe walked 1, and we had 7, 8, 9 coming up, and he walked 7, he walked 8, number 9, dinks one up the middle. There we go, bases loaded.
Nobody out.
Top of the lineup's coming up, and I would tell my assistant, I said, he just needs to get 1 out because Chase has got 21 pitches, and surely he can get 2 outs with 21 pitches. But it didn't work out that way. I brought Chase in the top of the lineup, and away we went. Chase
got able to get him out?
He did. Got a ground ball up the middle. Their leadoff guy hit into a double play.
How many pitches did he end up? So on the double play, the run scored to make it 4-2. Left a guy at third base. But clear, by that point, it's the tying run at the plate as opposed to the tying run being on base, and that makes that last the number 2 hitter a lot easier to look at, doesn't it?
It did, and he walked him. So that's with the tying run at first base, and their big lefty hitter comes up. He's our 3 hitter. I mean, you
got a righty lefty matchup.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, well, here's something in the gap, and we're tied, and then there stands the guy on second base or third, but he hit a ground ball to our second baseman, and that ended it. So,
well, here's the squad. There's the state championship photo of last year's of the 2021 state champions. That's a big trophy. Have you guys put that in the case yet?
Well, no, we don't really have room for it. They were talking about building a new case to put all of our plaques and trophies and baseballs and awards. And
you've got there's a lot of trophies over there in that what is that, the north part of the gym or something?
Right, in our lobby there.
Yeah. I'm shocked that you haven't that they haven't been able to find a room for that.
Well, they're full. I mean. With stuff from even Kim Undialma days, Ferrano Grove, some of the stuff that those teams done 30-some years ago, they got a few spots mixed in for teams that did really well then, plus all of our success we've had with basketball, baseball over the years, and it's just filled up. And so I think they're going to build a new one and just dedicate it just to this team.
Well, there you go. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I tell you what, let's take another quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk about the seniors that you're losing as well as this year's team and who's all coming back. Name some of the other players. We just named pitchers, basically. And we'll talk about them when we return. That's Curt Jones from South Central High School. I'm Bruce Dickey. Back in a sec.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
When it comes to your banking, you have as many options as colors in the crayon box. That's why you can bank your way at Teutopolis State Bank. What works best for you may be different from what works best for your neighbor. Teutopolis State Bank is built to serve all your banking needs, whether it's online banking, mobile check deposit, text banking, or just stopping in to see them at one of their 3 convenient locations. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender, it's Teutopolis State Bank. Banking made personal since 1913.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose auto owner's insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Welcome back, folks. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV, talking with Curt Jones of the South Central Cougars. And actually, you want to see, I want to say over the course of last fall and this spring, I bet you we covered you about 10 times.
Yeah.
So you can go to Facebook and go to Catch TV Live Broadcasting. You'll be able to find some of the past games there if you want to see the squad over from last year's team. We weren't able to get up to the state tournament, but maybe we'll get up there. So that's like you. You waited a while to get to the state tournament. We're going to have to wait a while, baby.
Yeah. We waited a long time.
You don't want to do that again.
If I have to wait that long, I probably won't be the coach. I hope I'm still alive. And I don't know.
Oh, no. All right, see, that's the thing. That tells you, though, how special a team a year last year was. What seniors are you going to have to replace? Who'd you lose?
Well, Chase Dotson's obviously a big one. I mean,
All-State.
Yep, All-Stater, our ace pitcher.
Yeah.
Big strikeout guy, strikes out a lot of people when he does pitch.
How hard does he throw?
We've had him 90, 91. He doesn't pitch at that, but he's touched that. He's usually 87 to 89. Yeah. And, in small school baseball, that's pretty fast.
And he's going to college to play?
Yep. I think he's going to be a third baseman.
At John A?
At John A. So.
Okay. Well, you see, he's got the arm to play third.
Yeah, he does. He's athletic as can be. I mean, he could play there. He's a little nervous because he's never played third, but I said, we're going to be on turf.
Yeah.
Perfect hops. Quit worrying. You're an athlete.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Well, you see, that's the thing. He'll be a freshman in college. There'll be a whole new set of girls to chase, though.
Well, we've had that conversation.
I don't want to know. Other seniors, you're losing one of the best catchers I've seen in a long time.
Well, I think so. I mean, I've probably had better hitting catchers in the past over all the years, but as far as defensively and calling a game, I didn't call one pitch.
Is that right?
I mean, we just would think alike. I mean, we would talk, a little between innings sometimes, and But no, he just could read hitters, and he's just one of them kids that loves to catch. And you're trying to put kids back there that don't like to catch, and you're making them catch. That's not a great situation, but he loved it.
This is Sebastian Calger, ladies and gentlemen, that we're talking about. Is he going to play college ball?
Yep, he's going to Lewis and Clark, so he's going to get an opportunity to play, which is awesome. Any kid that gets an opportunity to play after high school, you just wish him well and hope that works out for him, because that's a fun experience.
Losing your right fielder.
Yep, Sam Rubin. I know he's going to college. I don't think he's going to play baseball, but he's a kid that just gradually kind of got better as his high school career went along, and he's a starter the entire year this year, and had some really big moments for us.
Had some big hits.
Yeah, he did here and there, and had some big hits and crucial times, and did a really good job for us in the outfield. So going to have to replace that one.
Losing a couple of kids off the bench.
Yep, some seniors. Amos Blomberg, Cameron Bryant didn't get a lot of playing time, but just great kids and just always there and supported the team. And I know they just had an awesome time going through this.
Oh, I'll bet.
They didn't get a lot of innings or playing during the playoffs, but boy, they were just great kids, and I know they're thankful they were on the team and got to go through this as well.
Let's talk about this year's squad, and then we'll talk a little bit about the conference, because it's loaded again, isn't it?
It is.
The National Trail Conference it's a outstanding baseball conference.
It is.
Are you going to have to move some folks around? Who's going to play short for you this year?
Well, Aiden Dotson will probably be there when he is not pitching, and there's still a giant question mark when he goes to the mound, and generally when he's going to be pitching, that'll be some of our tougher competition.
Yeah.
As far as conference or even some non-conference games, depends, but so there's still a question mark. We have a kid that's sophomore, going to be a junior, that chose not to play last spring and decided
he's coming back.
Run track, so now he's coming back. Good athletic kid, Ethan Watwood's his name.
Who's that?
Ethan Watwood is his name. So he sat in the stands and watched us go through this thing, and I think he wished he'd have stayed with baseball instead of ran track. But anyway, he's coming back, and then he could be a big plus for us at some point. So
yeah, he's a good athlete.
Yeah, he is.
Around the infield, you've got your first baseman, Bo Jolliffe, coming back.
Right.
And Chase Thompson is an outstanding second baseman.
Yeah, he's good defensively. Our leadoff hitter just doesn't strike out much.
He puts the ball in play.
Yeah, he does. He's not a home run hitter, but he can hit from right field line to left field line and anywhere in between. So.
Third base, Ethan Dunn coming back.
Ethan Dunn's coming back, and I gave him some at bats early. He didn't hit real well, so we DH'd for him some, but he's going to get an opportunity to show what he can do at the plate, and he's got good hands over there, and so we expect him to fill in that spot.
I was pleasantly surprised at how well Spencer Johannes was able to play in the outfield. I thought he had the mindset. Watching him pitch last fall,
right.
I kind of thought he had the mindset of a pitcher. I'm a pitcher, and the outfield, I'm just kind of I'm there because I have to be there, and I don't want to be there. But he ended up playing pretty good baseball.
Oh yeah, he's just an athlete.
Yeah.
If you watch him play basketball, he's just super athletic. And
yeah.
We teased him when he came and called him PO, for pitcher only.
Yeah.
So
did you really? So I had the right impression.
Well, he didn't get the bat a lot in his previous times before us.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a tease him, and he didn't like that, and so he was going to prove us wrong. So, but he just did great in the outfield. In them big fields that we were playing, he just ran everything. He had room to run.
Yeah.
And he could just run them down.
You got Brant Easton coming back?
Yep. He'll be our catcher.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we're kind of trying to work him in, and he'll do a good job. He's just fearless.
Is that right?
Work his tail off, and it would take a while for him to even get close to what I think.
Well, it'd take anybody a while.
Well, it would.
Calger started for you for how long?
He did. I threw him in the fire as a sophomore.
I thought he started a long time.
He struggled with it at first. He's a sophomore, never really caught much, but boy, oh boy, he just took off.
Who are we gonna? Do you have anybody in mind for right field? Probably a few players still trying to break into the lineup.
At some point will be an outfielder and probably maybe play some shortstop. Andrew Magnus did a lot of DHing he didn't play much defensively.
Yeah.
He did occasionally played some outfield, so I expect him to be out there. He's another hitter that doesn't hit home runs, but he doesn't strike out a lot either. So he puts the ball in play. And
how do you replace 11 home runs of Chase Dotson? You really, I mean, you're not going to be. It's going to be tough to score as many runs as he did last year.
Yeah, it is. We're not going to replace 11 home runs. So
yeah.
He had 11 in the fall and 11 in the spring. I mean, he had 22, and
that's a special player.
A ton of RBIs. He led the team in runs scored. I mean, he had more extra base hits than he had singles.
Wow.
He had more doubles and home runs combined in both seasons.
Wow.
He had singles. So, I mean,
that was just fun to watch him come up and hit. It was fun to watch the whole team come up and hit, but you always knew number two spot coming up was going to be tough to get around.
Yeah,
for the other
most
teams.
part, he was really good his senior year. He had some struggles previous, but I mean, he's a youngster. Started as a freshman, so.
Let's talk about the rest of the National Trail Conference. Altamont is always good.
Yep.
St. Anthony.
Yep, St. Anthony's always good. Altamont's just got huge numbers and really good athletes. I mean, they lost some kids, but they got some really good young ones that were starters for them last year.
We talked off the air. You've got a sectional finalist in North Clay that loses, one player, maybe two players?
I think they only had one senior. I could be wrong, but
I think they had one on the bench, too.
They might have.
Yeah.
But they got big, strong junior class, and they're athletic as can be. They're going to be good. And St. Anthony's always good.
Yeah.
Altamont will be competitive equally. So, I mean, I would just think us four teams, but also Windsor Stu Strauss, they got some pitching. They've got
that left-handed senior now.
Yeah.
Who's a big kid, but he could throw through a wall, can't he?
Can. And they got some other kids that can throw it because they're going to be dangerous too. I mean, they got a couple twins up there that one's a catcher, one plays the infield. They got another lefty that plays some center field. He throws hard, so I mean, they're going to be right there too.
Well, I tell you what, it's going to be fun to watch, and that's the other fun thing about the baseball season in the NTC. It's a fall conference. I mean, you do conference games and conference championship in the fall, so there's a little bit of extra oomph on these fall games, isn't there? Then?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, kind of sets the tone. I mean, you talk about is it an advantage from fall to spring, whatever it may or may not be. Maybe early we discussed that, but yeah, these are important games. I mean, everybody wants to win the conference, and then you have the tournament. If you don't win the conference, well, maybe we can win the tournament. So. Some pretty important games.
Well, that's the best of luck to the Cougars. Tell me, how are we going to I've got about a minute left in the show. How are we going to get the Cardinals into the playoffs this year?
Recruit? I don't think it's past that deadline.
Yeah, that deadline's gone.
I don't know.
There's no August trade deadline anymore. That's over.
Boy, I don't know. It's a lot of it's pitching. I mean, it's the same way in high school. A lot of it's pitching.
Yeah.
And it seems like they're scuffling a little bit, some injuries.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think they're going to kind of have to play with what they currently have, aren't they?
Do. They're just going to have to step up, I guess. I don't know. They're going to have to get hot.
Is there a chance? But you're telling me there's a chance.
There's always a chance. I mean, mathematically there's a chance, but
you don't sound all that optimistic.
I don't.
Oh, heck. Well, Curt, thank you so much for being here. And when does the season start?
We play the 18th on a Wednesday, and we go to Woodlawn on a Saturday and play a doubleheader there, and then our conference season starts that following week.
You don't shirk on setting up tough games, do you? Woodlawn early.
I mean, and Woodlawn lost 10 seniors.
Oh, did they really?
So they won't be like they were.
Not like last year's Woodlawn?
No, they won't be like that, but they're always loaded with athletes, so they always reload.
There you go. Hey, folks, thanks very much for watching. Have a great day. Curt, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
We'll see y'all next time. Have a great day.